Today I want to focus on the quick-scoping one-shot snipers that you can use right now within Warzone. Regardless if you're Battle Royale, Resurgence, DMZ, or now Plunder, you'll be able to get the one-shot headshot at any range, which is something that we've already known we've had for a while, but this build actually emphasizes a quick-scoping build, and the difference in muzzle velocity is kind of negligible. You almost lean in to the fact that you have lower bullet velocity, change up the optic, and one of the biggest benefits of this optic is you're going to have little to no glint, which we're going to go ahead and break down. As you can see in the gameplay in the background, I jumped in with my buddy Earl. I had him kill me while I was holding this exact build. We stood about 80 meters apart, and you can see that there's little to no glint. What you do notice is that laser, and that is the fastest aim down sight laser that we could put on. If you want to avoid that laser being visible, you can go ahead and swap to another one. When we get to the builds, we'll go ahead and kind of explain the differences, but you can kind of see how little visibility there is when you're actually using this optic that, even though it says it has a very small glint, it might as well say it has no glint at all. I also wanted to talk about how this compared to the previous builds that I put out for the one-shot snipers, so you can kind of see a little bit on the screen. You're going to get a slightly slower muzzle velocity, about 10% difference, but it was already so low to begin with. This kind of ends up being a negligible difference on most of the ranges that we're going to use this weapon for, which is up to about 120 to 150 meters, kind of the way you would use the long range rifle meta or LMG meta that currently exists. You're getting a little over a 20% improvement to your aim down sight speed, which is pretty significant, and we can see it even comes out slightly faster than the Hemlock meta build that is kind of currently being used. And head to head, they're almost identical when you compare the MCPR compared to the FJX Imperium, and the main difference for me is the reload time is much faster on the MCPR, so that's kind of the one I would lean towards, but both are very viable. So we go to sim.gg, we can go to the bottom and we can go ahead and look at the bullet drop. It actually gives a nice little chart so you can kind of figure out how high you need to put the crosshairs above the target to get that headshot, because that's one of the things that you kind of struggle with when the bullet velocity is super high. All you do is put it on the crosshairs basically slightly above, and you're going to get those one-shot headshots if it's high velocity, right? But that's not how it works. You have to use the explosive rounds to get the one-shot kills, so you need to know how much you need to lead the target. So in this particular case, player model is about 2 meters tall, which is approximately 6 feet. So we can kind of look at this chart and see it all the way up to 300 meters. You can see that about 188 meters here, it's about 1 meter, which is half the player's body length. So if we go ahead and kind of measure out in our head from right here, we can go ahead and say, okay, so if it's half it, then I would have to lead this distance from about the waist to the head above, and I would go ahead and try and get my crosshairs approximately that high above them to hit it, and that's almost around 200 meters. Obviously, within about 125 meters, this is where this is going to excel. You don't have to lead by much. It's a half of a meter, which is like 1.5 feet. So we're only talking about chest high above, and that's kind of where we would have to lead that shot. And you kind of get a little bit tricky because of the way we're going to build it. The recoil may be a little bit higher, so you won't necessarily be able to always track where that bullet's 100% going to travel. So you kind of got to get used to how high that bullet drop is. And if you're ever confused, you can always use this chart to kind of get a good grasp of, all right, 250 meters, I need to do a whole body's length, which is full 2 meters. So from here all the way up here, that's how high the crosshair would need to be. So it's not very viable at those long ranges unless the person is just standing still, AFK, not playing. Now let's get into the build. So like I said, we have the FJX Imperium. This kind of build we have here. Everything's primarily aim down sight, bullet velocity. If those are choices, you go pretty much in on those. Basically, the rest is up to preference. So we go kneel down, we go bullet velocity. You could do aiming stability, but I think the little extra bullet velocity you'll get out of this is good, but you could go aiming stability. And like I said, aim down sight. So pretty much you just slide it to bullet velocity, aim down sight when that is an option that is available, aim down sight. Aim walking, it doesn't matter which one you really do on the left side. The skull 40, aim down sight, aiming stability. The sprint to fire isn't like a huge deal, and we're already getting a ton of sprint to fire with this laser. But like I said, you could always downgrade to get rid of that visible laser as a con, and then go straight to the 1 milliwatt laser. And we're using this Forge Tac Delta 4 because this speeds up your aim down sight. Again, close far is all preference, and then towards the aim down sight side. And then again, there it is built like that. We go to the MCPR, which I think is slightly better because of the reload speed. You can kind of see it's built out pretty much identically, but since we have to put on a 5-round mag to speed that up, we don't necessarily get the faster grip on the back, but nil sound, pretty much the same. The laser, pretty much built out the way we just said that we built it out. And then the pretty much copy and paste all the way across the board. Bullet velocity, this one, it doesn't even matter. And then we got the 5-round mag. So go ahead and try it before it gets nerfed. Appreciate the support. Thank you for watching as always. Have a great day.